I am a firm believer that feeling lonely or being in your isolation period is one of the best things that could ever happen for you. And I know you might be like, why would that be the best thing that could ever happen for me? Like, I'm feeling lonely, I'm isolated, don't feel like I can relate with anyone, don't feel like anyone's supporting me, don't feel like anyone's there for me. Right. So who do you have to lean on? You and your higher power. And so this isolation period and you feeling lonely is literally forcing you to build a relationship with yourself and to continue building your faith with your higher power. This is what's happening. You feeling lonely and you being in your isolation period is actually one of the best things that could ever happen for you. Because in this stage of life, you build a bond with yourself and your higher power that is going to aid you throughout the rest of your life. This resilience that you are building, this faith that you are building, these plans that you are cultivating, you being able to actually hear yourself. What do you need right now? What do you need right now? Where do you want to go? You are able to hear yourself and your higher power best when you are in isolation. There is no outside direction. There is no outside influence. The only person and the only place you are getting your influence from is you and your higher power. And when you are actually able to hear yourself, you actually know which way you want to go. That is the beauty of your isolation period. And I know it might feel frustrating and you might be wondering, is there something wrong with me? Did I do something wrong? Why, right? You're wondering why. It's so you can get closer to yourself and to your higher power so that you can continue to build the life of your dreams, especially if you are beginning to redirect a different way in life because you see yourself building something new in your life, or you see yourself beginning to cultivate your dream life. These isolation periods pop up. They do. I don't know, but every single time you are building your dream life or you claim, okay, this is what I'm going to do. Like, I'm going to start now. I'm going to start here. Magic begins to happen, and magic begins with your isolation period, because then you are reconnecting with yourself and you are reconnecting with your higher power. The only person you are able to lean on is yourself and your higher power. And then you are able to build this unstoppable faith. And you are able to hear your intuition or feel your intuition, which guides you in the direction that you actually want to go. You know what I find so ironic? Like, when we get out of high school, for example, we tend to become drastically different people in a way that better suits us. And the reason for this is because when we're in high school, we're with the people that we're in high school with, like, almost 24/7, right? Like, we're there 5 days a week, 8 hours out of the day, sometimes 12 if you hang out with those people after school. And then on the weekends, you go to parties with the same people, or you hang out with the same people. You go to a football game, a basketball game together. And then it's like, you wonder why you wonder why you don't feel your best, or you are not at like this incredible place in your life, or that you feel the best about yourself, when most of your thoughts are not coming from you. They're coming from everyone around you. Right? You're hearing about this person, you're hearing about that person. Did you hear about this person did this? It's like all of your thoughts are being consumed by other people and what they think and what they're doing. So when we exit high school and we're no longer surrounded by that 24/7, we become different people, because those were not our thoughts. Those were not our thoughts. That's just what we were surrounded by. And so now that you get the time to spend with yourself and your higher power, you begin to cultivate different things for yourself, and you become this different person because you're being guided different directions that have nothing to do with what anyone else is doing. And that feels best for you because that's who you really are at the core. And we always feel best in ways that flow naturally. We always feel our best when we're beginning to connect with who we really are at the core, and we're not putting on this performance for what we think other people will like. It's wild what happens when you are placed in isolation periods. It may feel scary. You may be wondering why. You may feel like you want to go back to the familiar, comfortable place, or ask people what's going on. Like, why aren't we connecting anymore? Why aren't you showing up for me anymore? You don't need to ask. Be there for yourself. Be there for yourself and let your higher power support you. okay? You are always being guided. You truly are. You have so much support. You don't even know. You don't even know how much support you have, because we always base support off of what is seen, what is physical. But there's so much support going on behind the scenes that you're not even aware of, okay? And so this season is necessary for you. There is so much good that is going to be blossoming out of this season. Just trust it. Trust yourself and trust your higher power, because so much is going to be coming out of this season. I promise you that. I have been in seasons where I have felt like super isolated. And I'm kind of an introvert, so I've never necessarily felt lonely, but I've wondered, why have I not built this support system and blase. And it's because there's so much shifting going on. And every time I exit out of that isolation period and I discover this new point of my life, I'm like, well, that's why. That's why I was in an isolation period. Like, an entire glow up is it's happening right now. Like, it's literally happening in this moment right now. As you are in this isolation period and you feel lonely, or you feel like you are alone, and you're wondering all these things, there is an entire glow up that is brewing right now for you and your life. Especially when you're asking for more, right? It's like when you're at a certain point in life and then you begin to ask for more, everything old sheds away so that new things can appear. That's just what it is. That's what's happening for you. You're getting your wish granted. Not even that it's a wish, like this is just something you're cultivating for yourself. Your life is building in the way that you see it for yourself, like the way that you envision it for yourself. That's what's building right now. That's what's happening right now. Get excited about it. And all of this time that you get to yourself, you can do so much with it. You can do so much in this season where it's just you and God, your higher power, right? There is so much you can do right now. What do you feel called to do right now? Do you feel called to journal, watch your favorite film, begin to build a business, test out digital creating? Like, what do you want to, you can do anything. You can literally do anything. And yes, you may not feel like you have that support system right now, but that's okay, because you're going to build it. So much can happen for you at this point in your life. Like, you are literally starting from this whole new plateau, and that's so exciting. It's so exciting. And you are beginning to build this incredible relationship with yourself. That's exciting. I think that's actually the most exciting part of this. Like, you get to build this relationship with you and your higher power that's like insane. And so your faith triples, and you begin to discover new things that align with this higher version of yourself that you see. And you begin to cultivate that. And yes, it's uncomfortable sometimes, because you're wondering, like, how is it going to work out? Because you don't necessarily know the how. But that's where your faith is built, in not knowing the how and just trusting the ways that you feel tugged to go. This is an incredible point of your life to be at. This is truly an incredible point of your life to be at. I want you to trust this. I want you to begin to get excited about it. I want you to begin to wake up each day knowing that you get the choice to head the direction that you want to head. And begin to head there. And watch as new characters enter the plot of your movie. Okay? Just watch. And sometimes it's funny. It'll be people like that were always like in your life, but you weren't really that close. And then sometimes you just end up being closer with that person. Like, it's crazy the transition of life that happens when you are in your isolation period. So much new can enter the picture. I actually read this book once, The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success, and the first spiritual law of success is beginning from a point of silence where there's nothing. Because so much can come from nothing. So much can come from nothing. It feels scary because it's like there's nothing there. It feels empty. But so much can grow from nothing. So much can grow. Like, there's no limit to it. There's no limit to it. Especially when it's like a blank canvas. There's so much to create in a new way that you've never created before. So, If you are in your isolation period right now, if you are feeling lonely right now, or you just feel alone right now, okay, or you are alone right now, this is for a reason. And it's for an incredible reason. And you will discover soon. And then you'll look back at your isolation periods and truly understand and give so much gratitude for them. I think my biggest isolation period was when I was exiting, out of high school, because I just did not resonate with anything that I had built for myself up until that point. And then I also moved. And it was crazy. Like, it was also COVID. There you go. And I feel like so much happened in COVID for so many people because we were isolated. We were literally isolated, and then we began to discover so many new things about ourselves and all this stuff. And the isolation period is for you, and so much will come out of it. I want you to trust that. Okay? All right. Thank you guys so much for being here today. If you are interested in any of my links, you can work with me, check out my videos in podcast version, or look at any of my social medias. They're all in the description box below. Remember that you are completely capable of becoming the authentic, best version of yourself, and that everything is always working out for you, no matter what it seems like at any given point in time. I will see you guys in the next video.